Hello, my dear crafters. Hello, everybody who came across my channel first time or not really. I am very happy to see you again. And today we are knitting these lovely, beautiful mittens. And it's that time of the year when we all need to get warmer and we all need to prepare some presents for Christmas. And these mittens, when they combine with the socks, because they are made with a sock yarn, they will be the perfect present for somebody you love or for yourself as well. I love to make a nice present to myself, to be honest, and I think it's a good practice. I apologize for my voice. I'm a little bit cold, then it's a little bit nice and sexy, okay? I just wanted to let you know that this a particular model, these mittens here we will do today, they are ideal. And if you when you understand the principle, you will be able to make this model with any type and thickness of yarn and any other needles, because this will be your base. And then this tutorial is just a priceless, because with this tutorial you will be able to do endless variations of mittens. You will be able to use any pattern on top part, and but the base will be just perfect. And then let's go for it and create some lovely mittens. Here I am using sock yarn, which is the lace weight yarn, very thin, 400 meters to 100 grams, and I use it with the needles of 2 millimeters. Let's start with a German twisted. It's a long tail cast on, but it's nice and stretchy. Put your yarn like this, get your 2 needles, we will use 2 for this cast on, and let's start. For the first 2 stitches, insert your needles and create a loop around the thumb. Go with your needles under the loop, then enter inside of the loop from top. Grab your yarn from the index finger and pass it through this loop. Here we are, 2 stitches is on the needle. And continue the same way. Create the loop, go under, inside, grab the yarn from index finger and make another stitch. On this first group we will do half of our stitches. Our total number will be 48. On the first group we do 24 plus 1 for connect our stitches in the circle later. Here I have 25 stitches. And now you go to the end of your needles and look the point where the better sliding will be on opposite way on the needle, because you will slide your stitches this way. They can be the same, but I used to do it. Then pull your needle out and your stitches position on a cable like this. Put another needle and continue your cast on. The rest, the other half of your 48 stitches, which is 24 stitches, and look to it don't have any stretching, and this what you will have in a final. You will have 25 stitches on the first group and 24 stitches on the second group. Now the very important which needle you will take out, because if you take out the wrong one it will not work. Then you just look your cable from the first group and follow it, and this will be a right needle to take out. If you took another one you will lose your stitches. Then you turn your work this way, your new needle in, then second part will be on the back needle with the tails, you see. And now we need to join our work in a circle. To don't complicate things, I just use my own fingers for this. It's easy and fast way. Then look at your needles. First needle is a starting needle, second needle is having tails. and you just take your first stitch with your fingers, and don't forget to put this working yarn on top like this. Then first stitch from first needle you just take out and just position it, put it on a second needle. And then first stitch from the second needle you just pull on top of this over like this, and you just pull your tails together, and voila, now you are ready and your work is joined and ready to work in magic loop. Just take a look on your edge, and you need to see these little circles. This will be your right side, because now I will show you how I join little tail, how I hide it in the beginning of my work. Look, I cut it off like this, around 4-5 centimeters maybe. After this I need to separate all these layers of my yarn. My yarn is 4 layers. Then I just separate it a little bit with my scissors, and after this I take my piece of velcro. It can be any velcro, and with the velcro I kind of comb it, you know, to make it like this little tail, and it's all fluffy and open. To join it with my working yarn, I will twist the yarn to open these 4 layers. You see, you can see these little layers. I open it and put my tail on top, and I twist it again. Twist it to original twisting. Yeah. After this, you need to put a little bit of water, or do like me. Maybe don't do like me. I just put it in my mouth, my fingers a little bit, and you start to felt it together. This little tail will felt together. You can use your palm, and you do around 50 movements like this, and in the end you do this movement on top with top hand. You just put to yourself and you twist the yarn and tail together, and this tail will be securely fixed and nothing will happen with this. And now let's start ribbing. We will rib 2 by 2 for our cuff. On the first round you will knit and purl all stitches by the front loop. First stitch will be a little bit thicker, but this will not make any difference, believe me. And when you make your first round, just put a marker to know where the start of your round. Then first round you do all stitches by the first front loop, and from the second round you will purl stitches by the back loop. If you purl stitches like me, if you purl other way, maybe they will lay another way. You just need to check that you don't twist your stitches and they all are laying right way. Okay, and now we will rib our cuff for 25 rounds. Right, my cuff is ready. That's how it looks like, and this is the beginning of the round. And now we will move to the stockinette, and we will need to make some changes. Let me show you. Look, I'm working on both mittens at the same time. I like this technique. And look, here on this point I will insert another color because I'm using leftovers, and I wanted to show you where we will start our thumb, and here I will do it on a base of 2 knit stitches. Then for our thumb I need 2 knit stitches. That's why we need to distribute our stitches a little bit differently. And in the beginning of the round we knit stitch and just pass it like this to another needle. We do it for a symmetry, and now all our rounds will start with 1 knit stitch and will finish with 1 knit stitch as well. Now on this round we need all of stitches. I need knit stitches by the front loop and purl stitches by the back loop. And you know, when I do it on the camera, it's always something getting wrong. Have you have this problem as well? Look, oh, talking about wrong. Okay, anyway, here the end of the needle, we turn and do the same thing. Knit first stitch and pass it like this to another needle. Now we have all stitches distributed the way we need them. Finishing the round, and from the next round we will start creating a thumb. For this model, because it's very basic, very beginner friendly, no patterns, no complications, very easy, very simple to make. Doesn't matter if we do a right mitten or left mitten, both of them we're doing the same way. Let me explain a little bit. Here is the beginning of our round and it will be here. And thumb will be on the opposite side of our marker. Here you see our 2 knit stitches. And now we will start making increases on both sides of these 2 knit stitches. One increase will be before 2 stitches and one increase will be after these 2 stitches. And these increases we will do in each 4th row. I tried different ways and this is working ideally for any type of yarn, any type of needles. You just follow this algorithm. Increases for the thumb in each 4th round. Here I'm finishing. I have 24 stitches on my needle. I come in the end, I have 23 and 1 on the left needle, and now I need to make my first increase. I like to do my increases with yarn overs. You can use your own favorite technique. You need to increase 1 stitch. I do first yarn over from back to the front like this. For the symmetry you will see later, and then I knit the stitch. See to don't have any holes, like keep your stitches tight. Turn your work, and then on the second needle we will do the same thing but symmetrically with knit a stitch, you know, and I will do another increase, and this increase I will do opposite way like this, from front to back, my yarn over. And now you finish this round, and on the next round you need to be sure that you will twist your yarn overs, because if you don't twist them you will create holes. We don't need holes. You need to twist them, and as they are very symmetrical they will look very nicely. And now let me explain what you will do here. Basically now you will work up, and here is the point where you will do your increases. These 23 stitches will not change. The 23 here, 23 here on the back. They are always will be the same, and all your increases will go this side. You see on the left side to your thumb. Then let me show you how I twist increases, because maybe if you are a beginner you don't know how to do this. Then I decided to show you as well. Here is your first yarn over. Just pull a little bit like this and cross it, twist it, right? That's how will look like your increase. You see, no holes, nice and beautiful and tight. Then make sure you tight your stitches well and make sure they look nice and symmetrical. On other side, the same thing. Knit your first stitch, pull it tight to your cable, and see how I hold my needles. My cable is kind of perpendicular to my needle. This helps me to pull tight stitches against it to avoid any holes when I work in magic glue. Then this second yarn over we knit like this and pull a little bit your next stitch, and that's how you create your nice and beautiful increases. This one is going to the right side and second one going to the left side. They are nice, beautiful, symmetrical, and looks amazing. Then use this life hack for any increases to make them symmetrical. How you know which one is right and left? You just look for this top yarn here. Top one, that one to the left, and this top yarn go to the right. That's how you know which increase is the right increase or which increase is left. And this was our second round after first increase. We will need 2 more, and I will come back to you to show what we do next. Now I done 4 rounds, including the round with increases, and now I need to change my color, and I want to show you how I do this. Maybe it will be useful for you too. Then basically what I do, I will get my working yarn and create this loop like this. I leave 4-5 stitches and I create the loop like this because I will put my end in a work. Will be the same principle I've done in the beginning. Then through this loop I will pass a new color, and this will look like this. You see, new color. I have a little end of other color because then I can be sure that both of my socks will be identical. And then I measure more or less the same distance for working stitches and for my loop. And then I hold both and I just start working. And look, as I'm very experienced lady, I came in the final, and here my loop finished and I start another color. And now I will knit a couple of stitches with a double yarn, and believe me, it will not be noticeable at all, and it will be much easier than just weave and hide your little tails. Then I do like this, and here I even pull this little tail because it will be easier for me to hide it on the color which will be new, and then this tail will look up. I don't think it's it's very valuable information, but you know, just the way I do this, maybe you will be interested as well. Then now I just cut other yarn because I don't need it anymore, and I continue. These ends I will later felt in as well with a felt needle, but now I will continue with a new color, and this will be my another round with increases. Right, here I am, my stitch 23, and this how we will work. Let me just show you. Now we need to do another increase after 23 stitches. I don't need markers, but if you are a beginner, I recommend you to put stitch markers after 23 stitches here and count 23 stitches on the other side and put the marker. I'm working without them because I know what I've done very many of them and I don't need. But if you haven't stitch markers, look, 1 2 3 4. You just count your stitches from the last increase and work like this. This stitch, 23rd stitch, will always go straight and all your increases go into the left side. Then you do your yarn over and you need 2 stitches already, and then it will be 3 stitches, 4 stitches, and like this. You will work now another increase and another 23 stitches. This is your algorithm. Then you do another 4 rounds, and then each 4 rounds, and then increase, 4 rounds, increase, and you will do it till you have 8 stitches in each needle for your thumb. Here you have 3 stitches, then you will work till you have 8 stitches, including all these yarn overs, and that's how you will create your thumb. Right, I've made all increases for the thumb, and that's how my work looks like. I came to show you. This is my 23 stitches on the right needle and 8 stitches on my left needle. 8, and here you see my 23rd stitch always going straight, and all increases going to my left needle. And here I have still all my 4 rounds after my last increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this on this round I'm supposed to do like my 9 increase, like to 9 stitch, but I will not do this because we finish here. And the next step is to separate our thumb stitches and continue working on a mitten. Take your needle with a piece of yarn, any contrasting yarn will be nice, and just pass all your stitches, all 8 of them, to this little piece of yarn. Don't take it away still. Now, as we use our 2 stitches on top, we need to add these 2 stitches. Then 1 stitch we add on this needle, on the first needle, and pull it very, very tight. Let me show you again. Your index finger, just twist, put on needle and pull very, very tight. Now turn your work. Here, get your 8 stitches from other needle, put it on your contrasting yarn like this. Use a needle, check to don't pick any more or less. You see, this is your last increase. This, leave your yarn now. You don't need needle anymore. Your stitches are out, and now we need to continue with the second needle, and we need to make 1 increase on this needle as well, under thumb, to come to the original quantity of stitches. Then we do the same way, pull very, very tight, and on the next round it will all be out of the place, but don't worry, after a couple of rounds these stitches will stay on place and will not look very bad. Then continue working straight in a stockinette stitch till your desired length. Which is your desired length, you decide by yourself, because every person like it the way they want. You can do it shorter or longer. I like to go more or less, to this point on my pinky. I found this ideal length for the mittens, and that is my choice. Your choice can be different. And then now you just knit all stitches in rounds, and let me just show you here when we have that increases. This can be a little bit scary, but like I said, don't worry about it. It looks terrible in the first round after increase, but after a couple of rounds it all will get in a normal, and your mitten will look amazing, believe me. Just pull tight your stitches to the cable, this one, pull it tight, and the next as well. And now we have again 24 stitches in each of our needles, and we work in rounds till we get to the point to cast off. I'll do this by myself and you do it by yourself. You don't need my instructions for that, and I'll see you in the end when we need to cast off. Right, here I am. I've done, after this separation for the thumb, I made 25 more rows round, and here I made one round of pearls, one round of knit stitches, and one more round of pearls. Basically I've made here 2 reeds of the garter stitch. Then see again, one round of pearls, one round of knits, and one round of pearls. And now I wanted to show you how I cast off my stitches with a crochet hook. If you don't have crochet hook, I'll show you now how you do it with your knitting needles. Then first thing you need to do, you just skip first stitch purlwise like this from behind, and then you do your first yarn over like this from front to back, and you purl next stitch, and then you pull your yarn over through this stitch and the previous stitch as well, like this. Then you do yarn over again, purl next stitch and pull through yarn over and first stitch as well, and continue working like this to cast off. But if you have a crochet hook, you can do it much faster and much easier. You just hold your crochet hook like a knitting needle, purl and pull it through, yarn over, purl and pull it through. You see, it's very easy. You need to do your stitches really small, because if not your edge will be very large. Then just try to control your tension and continue like this till you come to the end. That's it. This will be a very beautiful edge. Look how it looks from behind. You have nice beautiful braids here, and that's how you will work. And I wanted to tell you, on these ones I've done 2 ridges of the garter stitch. When I do mittens from alpaca, I just do 1 and it looks like this, but this yarn is a little bit thinner. Then I found this edge will be more stable, but actually it's your choice. I just give you the options and you decide. Next step will be the thumb. Let's finish this round and I'll show you how we do the thumb. But before this, I'll show you how I finish my work with invisible stitch here. I don't know what you call it. You cut your yarn, put it in the needle, and look, you get out from the last stitch here like this. Then you look another stitch on the other side, the same stitch. You go inside with your needle like this, and you go back inside of this stitch. I go in the front as well. I put another one like this, and then my join looks perfect. And after I will go back and I will weave my end here, and let me show how I weave my end. It's very similar way when we change the color, because I will basically follow the stitches. Let me go down and look, you have like half circles here with your yarn, half circles down and half up. And let me go a little bit lower here, and let me show you. Here you have this down, and you just follow your yarn. Then you see another one up, and you go down with your needle, and then you follow just your yarn semicircles like this, and this will secure your end very well. This is another life hack. I'm full of secrets today. Then after this you just cut your yarn. I cut it leaving a little bit like half of centimeter, and I have my felt needle. If you don't have, it's alright. I don't think it will happen something, but as I'm perfectionist, I like to do some absolutely invisible things. Then I just open these old fibers and just fell it like this to different sides. You see, just pass with my needle like this, and I go to the right side and I pull some stuff back like this way in different directions, you see, and this will hold, and this will hide and hold my ends perfectly. And now let's go to the thumb. Take your needle, and now we will put all stitches on the needle the same way it was. 8 stitches on one needle, here we go, and 8 stitches on another needle. Make sure you not put your needle in that little contrasting yarn, because you will be in trouble to take it out. Then take out this yarn, and now we are ready to start a thumb. I used to find these 2 stitches under. Let's see, you will see them perfectly. You see, they are not stretched anymore. This will be our first one, and I just take it on the right needle, and then we take a yarn and we start picking stitches. From the second stitch we will pick our first stitch for the thumb. You see, this will be our cross. Leave a tail a little bit longer, I'll show you why later, and then this will be the first stitch. Now, to avoid the holes, we need to do some little operation. You see this yarn from the last stitch, the yarn go into this stitch here. Then we need to put this stitch up and knit them together the way that this additional stitch will twist behind, and that's how we avoid holes, and that's how you continue your work. Let me knit here, and I'll show you how we do the same thing on the other side. Here I'm last stitch you turn, then you follow this one and twist it this way, because it needs to be twisted, and then just knit 2 together and knit that stitch we pick before. This how it looks like. And now you continue working in rounds. And don't worry if you're still not perfect with your stitches under the thumb, you can always fix it later. Then now you go and do the same edge on your thumb. I've done here 12 rounds, and then I finished the same edge on the end of my thumb. Right, here I finished my thumb, and I just wanted to tell you another thing. When you cast off first stitch, you can actually purl instead of skipping it, but you will have this little volume. I made it purposely to show you. Then it will be a little bit of like extra here. That's why I prefer to skip first stitch instead of purling it. But on this thumb I purled it, and I continue with my yarn overs just to show you. Now let's turn our thumb inside out, and I'll show you how I weave these stitches, because I don't like to do both of them in separately. Then I will just go down now with this tail, and I will fix them together. First I do a little fix up here to don't pull too much, and then I go down kind of in diagonal through these little loops behind. Bear with me, I'm almost there. I will go in diagonal, kind of in zigzag, and as my yarn is fixed on top, it will not pull the thumb down. Then I need basically to come to the beginning and meet my initial tail here, and here I can do my little knot. I'll show you how I do it. If you have some holes here, this is the time to fix them. You just do a couple of stitches just to guarantee that you don't have any holes here, and then you come closer to your first end, and now just make a little knot. I do surgical knot, which is first is all okay, right, this, and second one you just pass your thread through the loop twice like this. This is called surgical knot, and it's very, very strong and very good. Then I will now felt my ends. Everything is perfect, I think, for my mitten. I will hide it now, and let's see what we've done. Right, let's put our mitten on the hand and look. I think everything is just perfect. It's perfect length for me. This end you will weave and hide perfectly, as you know now, after my lovely lesson. Then if you are not happy with something like a crazy perfectionist like me, you just can pull a little bit with your needle. But these holes, I think they will be all right after washing. First time I wash my mittens normal way, not recommended usually, but I don't care. I wash them like this with a soap, because many times yarn have some cover, and I like to wash it off. And after this I leave them in a special product for wool in the water. They stay at least 1 hour. That's how I wash them, and then after this I block them. Then that's it for today. You can find on my channel another mittens with patterns on top. You're welcome to see them, and maybe you will find something different. And that was it. I have a lot of mittens, and I hope to see you very soon, and love you all. Bye bye. thank you for watching, and please don't forget to put some like, subscribe to the channel, because it will help me to develop this channel and it will motivate me to make more interesting videos for you. And see you later.